full one.
Yeah, well, I'm new to this.
Oh, we
Hold on.
live.
Yeah, we're live right now. Hold on. Let me check real quick.
We're not live.
Yes,
You said let me check.
we are live.
What the hell is happening?
No, we are live.
Yo,
We're live. We're live. We're live.
2020 is
All
a
right.
very nice...
No, we're live. We're live. All right. Okay. Hey, what's up, my people, man? This is Gaming Despair. You know me, man. Always trophy hunting like my dudes. You know what I mean? We play games all the fucking time. Today I got some special guests. I got Queen Bee. I got my man from Remote Play. And I got my man Omar, aka Karaba. What are you guys playing?
Yo, what's up, Yvonne?
Omar. I mean,
Oh, me,
Queen Bee.
I'm playing... I finished Go, but I'm now trying to platinum it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And that's it. Yeah. And also platinum the last part too. And prepare myself for the brutal grounded mode, and then later permadeath. Rip my life.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know. Remote Play. You're playing. What's it called? You're playing Cuphead. You're trying to get the platinum for that. I know that's what you're playing.
Yeah. So right now I'm 91% in on the platinum. I'm playing Cuphead, but I'm also juggling between Doom Eternal and Destroy All Humans. And at the moment, my top priority is to get the Cuphead platinum, and then, yeah, I'll pack away my PlayStation, sell it, and prepare for PS5. You know how we do.
Gotcha.
How is Destroy All Human port? Is it well done?
Oh yeah, it's a complete remake, so it's not the same PS2 graphics. It's a complete revamp, new engine, graphics look absolutely beautiful, and yeah, if you're a fan of the if you're a fan of the original, then I definitely recommend the new release of Destroy All Humans.
I never played the original, that's why.
Oh, bro,
I wanna try it. So it's two games in one, right?
Well, we can talk about it after the show anyway, bro.
Okay.
But what I do want to say is, I do want to thank my main guy, Gaming Despair, for inviting me again to his podcast. And it's great to have you, Omar, and Queen Bee. Nice to finally meet you. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, Queen Bee. I know you've been playing a lot of that Saints Row, and I think you got the platinum, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, I did. It took me probably a little bit of a week, but I got it eventually. Work has been ugh. So finally, I got it. I got the platinum, and now I'm making my way to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You actually made the purchase for that game.
Yes, finally. Actually, thanks to my birthday, I got a little, PSN codes from my lovely friends and fans. So,
Aww.
Happy birthday.
Really grateful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
happy belated birthday. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's what's up, man. I saw that. That was cool. All right, so the topic that I wanted to cover was the Halo Infinite delay. And to be honest with you, we've seen games, even on the PlayStation side, where, games were being delayed because they had to be maybe a little reworked. And, when you really think about it, that's not really a big problem. Because, you don't, at the end of the day, you don't want a broken product. You want a finished product, right? And so...
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I don't see it as a problem when it comes to, Halo Infinite. I'm hoping that they could, release a good product. Some people were kind of upset by that, and I just didn't like the fact that, it's coming from some ex. Go ahead.
Did you see Kid Move's tweet?
What happened?
He was mad. Did you see Kid Move's tweet? He was mad about the delay.
Oh, hold on. I don't want to mention any names, to be honest with you.
We're not out here to name drop anyone, all right?
Yeah.
Don't do that again.
No. Like I understand what Omar was saying. Like I get it. Yeah. Like I don't want to name drop on this podcast, but what I'm trying to say is that yeah, the whole console war thing, right? It always goes back and forth and stuff like that, and then we get fucking You know, like for instance, put it this way: like when The Last of Us 2 was pushed back twice, you know, we had a lot of flack from the other side, and you know that's not cool. But then again, you know, it's good for the industry, you know, for them to push back games and stuff like that if the game is not a finished product. You know, so
Right, kind of shows that they care.
yeah, exactly. Like you want to have that because if not, why would you want to play a broken game compared to a complete game? Right? B?
Exactly. Right, exactly. I can agree with this.
All right, B.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the whole Halo Infinite being pushed back and you know people from the other community, you know, speaking like talking trash, like basically about the PlayStation games, you know, pretty much being pushed back.
God, you know, to be very honest, I do find it funny, but that's only because, of course, I do favor PlayStation. But Xbox does have some good qualities, even though it gets trashed on. And the game, alright, their new Halo Infinite game. Oh my god, so much trash talk about the graphics. That was... That was so funny. We got so many great memes out of it.
You talking about Craig?
Yeah.
You're talking about Craig?
Yes. Yes. We got so many good memes, man. But you know what? Make those memes though, I think it made Xbox a little bit like, oh hey, look look what we did. Look, you know, in a funnier aspect. I think it was a little light, so I think it was like a little light thing, but also, oh, let's make fun of, you know, Xbox. But
It's just that, you know, the thing is that when I look at it, it's not so much as that they made it look light, it's the fact that, you know, Xbox was toting so much on, hey, our console's so much more powerful. And then
yes, I was gonna go there.
yeah, and then we see Halo and all these memes and stuff like that, and you know, you just can't help to laugh and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
You can't
But
help to laugh because they talk about power all of the time. Power, 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 and it's just so funny. Like they're telling you that, oh, we have all this power, and then here comes Halo Infinite with their graphics. It's just it's funny.
Oh shit.
My thing is this. It's not that only the power issue. It's also that this is freaking Halo. This is Xbox flagship title. And it's rendered
Yes.
to this? It's
Yeah.
insulting.
Yeah, it's pretty. Basically, Halo is pretty much their Mario. It's their Zelda. You know,
It's their
a
Kratos.
tentpole-
It's their God of War.
Yeah, it's their
Yes.
tentpole franchise. Without Halo, Xbox doesn't exist,
Right.
pretty much. So they need to get it right. And as far as them delaying it, I'm cool with it. You know, as long as you get a quality game out of it at the end, they could take as long as they want as far as developing the game. And you know, I have no issue with it. Now, people are making fun of them right now because now that Halo is delayed, you know, their console launch isn't gonna look that great. The Xbox Series X and S, wherever that's gonna be. But yeah, as far as their next generation console goes, they don't really have a first party flagship game available
They
day one
they
at
have
launch.
one.
Let me
They
finish.
have one.
Let me finish. They don't really have a AAA
Oh.
in-house made from their first party studio AAA game. They don't really have that, and that is the issue. You could go around and say that, you know, they got the medium, they got, you know, this, that, and the third, they got some idea Xbox indie games, but come on, that is not a launch lineup. For every console that's ever
Right.
launched, there's always been that one killer app, right? Nintendo Switch had Zelda Breath of the Wild. That was a killer app. We could all agree to that, right?
So, yeah.
Xbox 360 had a great launch lineup. Even the Xbox One had a decent launch lineup. But what is happening right here? It seems like
They're
they
only
put all their
lined up-
money and resources. They put all their money and resources into freaking their hardware. That's just the way it
Yes.
seems.
It's definitely concerning. Now, obviously, when you bring it up, it definitely is concerning. I'm not even sure what's even going to happen on that side, to be honest with you.
And
Okay,
this is my thing, right? Before anyone says anything, okay, fair enough. You delay Halo, you want to polish it, make a better product out of it. Cool. Kudos to those guys at 343. But my thing is, if that was gonna happen, you should have always had a backup plan. A backup plan meaning a plan B where, okay, if this don't work out and if that doesn't make it out launch, we have an alternative.
Yeah.
Right? You always have another game to fall back on, another game of that caliber, right? Of that quality, of that ilk. And it seems like they don't have one. Now, if I was them, if I was like the CEO, if I was Phil Spencer or whoever, I would go out there and try to secure a third-party deal. Make Cyberpunk an Xbox exclusive.
Oh, I remember your tweet.
Or
Yeah, you
Cyberpunk.
saying about that. Yeah, Cyberpunk or I forgot what other game you mentioned. I remember.
Assassin's Creed or Dying Light 2, like one of them. Like, those are... The thing is, when it comes down to this fall, this holiday season, we know the majority of the big games that are coming, right? Call of Duty ain't going nowhere. That's staying with Sony, right? They got to deal with Sony. Xbox can... There's no way they could ever get that, right?
Right.
But the ones that are available, to grab, if they can grab it, if they can afford to grab it, is Cyberpunk 2077, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dying Light, and there may be a few others in between. But they need to do something and something fast, because apparently they have an event later on this month, and if we don't see anything, like any new announcements or any third-party game locked down, then it looks like they're going to have the most horrible launch in console history. I don't remember any other console in the history of gaming having a bad launch, ever. Every console's had a decent launch.
And
Going back to the PS1, the PS2.
That's the thing I'm worried about too. You know what I mean? Like, because competition is always great, right? We want competition when it comes to the gaming space. And the thing is, if they really do have a bad launch, I'm seeing Xbox, the new Xbox Series X, like performing probably really bad this generation compared to last generation.
I want to say this. First off, for the launch titles, they actually have one game that is third party, and believe it or not, that is Gears Tactic.
Gear Tactics.
That's going to be so that's one thing. My
Do you know
issue...
do you know who Gears Do you know who's making Gears Tactics? It's not a Microsoft-owned studio.
Oh, okay.
They've outsourced it to another developer. But yeah,
okay.
I get what you mean. It's still a flagship franchise. I get that. But we're talking about, something new.
I get you.
We're talking about a main line from a main studio and something that's a flagship, that's AAA. We're not getting that from them, Omar. That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, I get you.
And Gears Tactics isn't exactly new, is it? It's been out on PC for freaking months.
No, it hasn't been out on PC for hand. My issue with my issue is with Xbox whole team. Like, let me rewind, and here, this is not me shitting on Xbox, this is me showing you just how inept their team leadership is. Let me remind you what Phil Spencer said after PlayStation Showcase. I saw the PlayStation Showcase,
We're
and
very
I'm
confident,
very confident.
right? Yeah.
Indeed. So how can you go from I am very confident into we are now into they have them having the guts to show Halo Infinite the way it was. Like, I swear, I have never, and I repeat that, ever seen PlayStation do that. I would never believe that PlayStation is capable of showing one of their flagship titles in such style. No matter how a game is in early development. We have heard about God of War 2018 when Cory Barlog played it live on stage. He literally played the demo around 50 times, around something like that, to make sure he didn't make one single mistake. That's how you showcase your third party title. You don't showcase it and to the point where it's now literally a meme. A meme that Phil Spencer is now being amused by it. No, excuse me. If I was a Halo fan, I would not be amused. I would be angry. Angry at the fact that one, they chose to have it on the X and Series X, and not just cut the snake, the head of the snake, which is the X, and just move together all the way to Series X. Why is there a next gen if you're not going to make sure it's a next gen title?
See, here's my thing also. Here's my thing also, Omar, right? I agree with you there. But also, I do want to add to that for what you're saying is they should just end up making this a next gen game only. Like, they should just cut out last gen completely, cut that snake's head, get it over and done with, and make it for the S, the Series S, and the Series X. That's acceptable.
Wait,
this is why they're having problem with development right now. Is that they're making it for an S, they're making it for the Series X, and they're also making it for Xbox One.
But
Base
not only
Xbox
that,
One.
they have an issue with leadership. It all starts by leadership.
There's only
If
so
you,
much a
as a
developer.
leadership-
There's only so much a developer can do when it comes down to optimizing the same game for so many different, consoles, different hardware, including PC. When you're doing it for PC, you have to optimize it for this graphic card, a GTX 1070, a 1080, you know what I mean, like 1080 Ti, 2080 Ti, RTX 2, you name it.
Yeah, it's
like,
basically
they're doing it for so many things, man.
Like you have
They're
to basically,
programming
you have to like basically build it for the lowest common denominator. That's the problem.
If you're
And that's
Phil
the base Xbox One,
Phil
2013
Spencer,
VCR edition.
If you're Phil Spencer, would you not have went to them and said, okay, scrap the S and the X edition and just make it Series X?
That's exactly what I'll do. Just focus on next gen and PC.
How the issue is the leadership. It's not 343. You can talk about how bad development is at 343 all day long. Why do you think many of 343 left? Because this is me speculating, but I'm pretty sure because they didn't agree with the fact that they have two versions they need to work on: next gen and current gen hardware.
I see why they wanted to do it. I saw the appeal of it from a business standpoint. Look, Zelda Breath of the Wild came out on the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, right.
And it did very well on both, right? So I see why Phil wants to do the same kind of thing. I get it. But at the end of the day, if you want to make an ambitious Halo game, you should focus on next gen only and PC. Because last gen already has its limitations. CPU is bottlenecked. Doesn't have enough RAM. You're gonna see texture pop-ins. It's gonna be horrible on the current gen machine.
Is it not also...
Just move that shit over to the X, the Series X. Just move it over there.
Is it not also exhausting to work onto two versions in one? As one?
Of course it's exhausting, man.
Yeah, I can actually agree with that because it's kind of like a waste of time when you could be focusing on the future instead of
the current gen. Yeah.
I fully believe in just moving on and just making it the best as you can as
So
you can get.
by doing that, instead of trying to be pro-consumer, they're being actually anti-consumers. Because what they're doing, they're giving you less instead of actually giving you a better game. Because I heard I can't say what I'm about to say. Never mind.
Could you
Because I
imagine,
promise.
Queen Bee, could you imagine, right, if Sony brought out, you know that Spider-Man Miles Morales that's coming out this holiday season? Could you
Yes.
imagine if they brought that to PS4? Could you imagine if Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or Horizon Zero, is it Forbidden West? Could you imagine if that game, or that new Ratchet and Clank game was on PS4 instead of PS5 only? You think to yourself, why am I buying a next-gen console if I could play on my current system? You need an
Right.
incentive. You need an incentive to buy the new system. And
You
that's
know,
what Sony are giving you right now.
Queen Bee, I don't mean to cut you off, but I need to say something about that real quick because when I think
Yeah.
about it, there's games gonna be built on both systems and stuff like that. I know that there's exclusives on the PS4, but the only thing I'm concerned about is like you have the Xbox, you have PC, PS4, Nintendo. Whether games are multi-platform and stuff like that, do they have to build it differently for the PS5 because the I/O system and the SSD is completely different? Do developers have to make two
No, they
versions of a
don't.
game?
No, they don't. They don't. Because it's going to be the same game, but it's going to be higher res, higher frame rates, better textures on PS5.
But doesn't
Those are the
Xbox
That's how
have
you're
their
gonna
own
notice.
thing?
That's the difference you're gonna notice between a cross-gen game on a PS4 and a PS5.
But by the way, bro, I didn't mean to cut you guys off. I was just throwing out this side topic. That's it.
No, it's okay. It's completely fine. It's all good. But what's the next topic?
Okay,
So
all
then-
right. Go ahead, Omar.
Okay, so the next topic is
Wait, before you go, Omar. Is there anything else you wanted to throw there, Queen Bee?
No, I'm pretty good right now.
All right, okay. Go.
I just want to say one last thing to make a complete different statement. But people are going to try to compare The Last of Us 2 delay versus Halo Infinite delay. I need to remind people The Last of Us 2 was in a period where COVID was still at
Its peak.
and also not only that, Halo Infinite, it's a flagship title that's releasing on next gen and current gen. That is extra work for the developers that could have been prevented. But when
No,
it
you
comes to
can't.
The Last of Us,
You
But
can't
I'm
put them
not
under
to-
scrutiny like that. You can't put them under scrutiny like that because the pandemic has affected every developer out there. Do you know all these developers, all these top tier developers, they're working remotely in their house. So obviously it's not the same as working at a studio.
Yeah,
So
plus
yeah,
it,
this
plus it in-
COVID-19 isn't going to only just affect Halo. There's going to be many games you're going to hear the same
Yeah.
sort of news for.
I'm expecting,
Plus,
I'm expecting PlayStation games also to be affected by this.
Hold on.
Of course.
Hey, plus. Let's not forget too. They had more than 5 years of development. I'm still kind of shell shocked and why this game isn't out yet, and it looks the way it does.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a concern.
Also, the game is what, 500 million or something?
Yes.
The 500
The
million
development
budget
for
with
it,
like
yeah.
1,200 people working on it. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
true.
1,200 people working on it, 500 million budget, and 5 years of development. You would expect like god tier graphics, right? But hey, it is what it is.
Jesus
You
Christ.
expect that shit to look like real life.
I
Yeah.
remember when I was on VGP, which is Ivan knows what VGP is. Shout out to Vitamin G, FC, and the rest of the crew. I remember I looked at as I was stupid, I was insane for expecting next gen graphics from Halo. I legit was almost the only one that had issue with how it was shown. people legit told me that Halo was never the type of game that would have that much of a good graphics, that heavy focus on graphics. I'm like, but this is 12 teraflops. You're going from the current gen, which is Series X, with what, 868, something like that teraflop, to 12 teraflops. I know teraflops is not the end all be all, but still, you should expect next gen. When Sony first showcased, our mouse was on the floor from amazement with Ratchet, with Horizon Zero Dawn, with Demon Souls. You saw? Did you see the tweet from Blue Point?
Bro, Demon Souls is a day one for me. Like I'm gonna be
Day
all over
zero
Demon
for
Souls.
me.
Oh my
Demon
God.
Souls.
You know,
Blue Point put out a tweet saying, "We're so glad we can move forward from this generation and leave it behind because they need the new power to make the game work."
yeah. Oh, Omar, if I could throw this out there real quick, you know, I was watching a video from Cortex, and I'm pretty sure you guys know, you heard me talk about him, but you know, he ended up coming that we came in a generation where numbers don't mean anything, like 12 teraflops and stuff like that. In the past, they used to mean something, but now in the days, it doesn't really actually mean anything. And he ended up saying why he thought the PlayStation 5 like already won the console war space. And you know, so numbers don't mean much.
They have in terms of perception, in terms of their current reputation and content.
Content's
providing
everything.
their fan base. They're providing. Oh my God! They're providing their fan base with actual content, right? An incentive to move over, make that upgrade, make that leap.
But
And they're the ones that are taking it. They're the only ones that are taking advantage of their hardware, while the other party, they're focusing on current gen, and that's the problem.
PlayStation
Like I
is the
said,
only...
it's a waste of time. It's like you're wasting all of these people to work on current gen and your budget and all of the other stuff they're trying to do when they could be focusing on next gen.
Exactly.
All this time. It's
Exactly.
wasted. And then look what you got. You got Greg.
You're correct.
It's really shame.
Oh,
You know what I'm gonna do? Like, I'm gonna dress up as Craig in Halloween. Like, that's what I'm gonna do.
all right.
No, I'm being serious. Do you think I'm joking?
All right.
Yo, that costume will be so lit.
All right,
So
shoot.
lit.
I will scare all the little kids, man, with my Craig mask.
All right,
You gotta
shoot.
get the one with the crying eyeballs.
That's what he's getting. That's what.
The PlayStation is the only company that is bringing you next generation games day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, I don't want this to be an Xbox shitting podcast.
No, I'm not.
So let's move on to the
It's
topic,
not.
man.
Okay, so
We're focusing on news.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I have actually on my Discord somebody popped in and they gave me a long spiel that I would like to share.
along
Oh,
what?
go for it.
A big old long spiel. I think it was like a what do you call it? A person that has both Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay,
They just,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So
So,
non-biased.
Yeah. So anyway, they said it's pretty big. He said, "I know most of y'all is a PlayStation fanboy, and I don't know what I'm doing here. But look, delaying one game is not that big. Okay, it's our big franchise, and we as Xbox fans talked a lot about this game, but they've to delay Halo because it's not ready. I always respect Sony for their games. They have the top-notch games, but y'all Xbox has done amazing work this year to compete with Sony. After a bad Perv Gen, I don't know if y'all have a lack of observation, but Xbox has better services and better console, better backwards compatibility They're dominating this gen until PlayStation used their mind and made a smart move, which is buying timed exclusive multi-games. It's an intelligent move. I respect that so much. And in the end, money talks. Xbox is a pro-consumer. Meanwhile,
Oh
PlayStation
my
is
god.
not also Xbox. So yeah.
You know what? Like, pro-consumer, anti-consumer.
That's an interesting take, and I get it from his side.
Oh,
But
let me
look at it
let me
like
go real
this.
quick, bro. Let me go real quick.
Remind me.
Oh, no, let Ivan go. Let Ivan go. Let Ivan go.
Hold on. You know, I understand what he's trying to say. I get it. The thing is that when I look at it, I look at quantity over like quantity type of games and stuff like that, right? The one thing that is most cringe to me is that when people start talking about this anti-consumer, pro-consumer crap. Like that's not how business works, because they actually want to sell their product. You know what I mean? So so Xbox right now has, like, you can get their, you know, codes for Game Pass and like on a Pop Tarts box, or like you go to Taco Bell and shit and like order some chip alloys, and you know get
Or
all
just
that
chip Eloise from Taco Bell.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not trying to bash an Xbox, to be honest with you. Like, I want them to do well, but I just hate this talk when people talk about pro-consumer and anti-consumer, because like I said, at the end of the day, you know, Sony is doing what they're doing, especially when it came to Marvel Spider-Man, because they want to sell their product. You know, people love Spider-Man, and
Exactly.
I think
And
they're doing well
because they partly own it.
Yeah, exactly. They partly own it, and I think that Xbox Game Pass is a great value. I really do think it is. But me personally, I prefer something like PlayStation Now, where you have 800 games and $300 downloadable games. You know, and that's a great value to me. That's even a greater value because it's only $59.99. But you know, I know that's a side topic because, like, you know, your friend brought it up on Discord. So I don't know if you guys want to chip in on that. If you guys want to talk about that, and after that, while you guys talk about it,
I just want to chip in a little bit. I just want to chip in a little bit.
Yeah, hold on. Give me one sec. One sec. After you guys chip on it, the next topic is gonna be Fable. Is not coming anytime soon because the script is not written. That's the other one, but you guys could chip in on this topic right now.
I just want to chip in on this. First of all, whoever that guy was on your Discord, I just want to say one thing. PlayStation don't owe you anything.
Ooh,
they don't
shit.
owe you anything at the end of the day. Because the way I see it, they're only trying to provide for their fan base, their current consumers, and they're trying to bring new consumers into their ecosystem. They want new people buying their product. They want new people buying PlayStations. And what do you do to achieve that? You lock up exclusivity. Third party, second party, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, Sony are not shy of opening up their war chests and locking down third party deals. Now, if that rumor is true about GTA 6, more power to them.
There is rumor of GTA 6 and Final Fantasy 16. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so FF16, GTA 6, these are big, high-budget bangers. Now, imagine, so even Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, Sony are going to get exclusivity for that. So there's many other games out there that third-party Sony are looking to lock down. They're not shy. So if Microsoft are the third richest company in the world, and their war chest is pretty much like God knows how big, why don't they open it? Be the behemoth that you are. Show everyone that you can compete. That's the problem. They're not doing that. And that's why, look at their launch lineup, how it's looking. No big major, AAA, first party studio game like that. It ain't a good look. It really isn't. But look, hopefully within these next 3 months, Microsoft or Phil Spencer can come up with a plan B and end up securing a certain third party deal. Do what Sony are doing. Follow that blueprint. That's all they have to do, is follow that blueprint and you be fine. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. They don't owe him anything.
Right.
My thing is this. Do I need to remind him which console have provided Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, and Persona 5? Do I need to even go on? It's like what I always see this, and they act like Microsoft is the one that providing them with great value, all while Sony is being quote unquote anti-consumer and that bullshit. It's like, can you please come to this reality? You're making yourself look stupid. Thank you very much.
Well, all I'm gonna say about that is, you know, I believe Microsoft can do great. I believe Game Pass is great value. You know, you're getting tons of AAA games, including their first-party games, day one onto the service. And yeah, Sony's PlayStation Now is great, but in my opinion, I really believe Xbox Game Pass is a little bit better because the first-party stuff is day one on the service. Now, if Sony did, you know, the Spider-Mans and the God of Wars and all their big games day one on PlayStation Now, then that would be a better service. But Sony don't need to do that because their games sell regardless. So putting it on PlayStation Now a year later, I guess that would make more sense.
Yeah,
It sells the
definitely.
It makes the service look a lot more attractive. But
Do you
yeah,
think
they're
they
not.
need to do so?
No, they don't. They don't. They really don't.
Because
you know
the exclusives
I
sell well.
agree.
The exclusives sell well as it is already to begin with. You know what I mean? So they don't have to put their games day and date to begin with.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
not
I'm just
only
saying in
that.
general. You're on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Queen.
No, I was just saying that if they did go ahead and put their games on that service day and date, it would be a better service than Game Pass, by far.
Right.
But then again, Xbox Game Pass is also giving you cloud gaming as well, so you could play your Xbox games on your phone, your Android or whatever, right? You have a Samsung Galaxy, right? I remember you telling me, Queen Bee, that you have a
Yeah.
Samsung.
Yes.
So yeah, on your Note 10, you could play Xbox games through the cloud.
It's not-
Yeah, but you know,
you could and you could use your PlayStation 4 controller to do that with.
But you know, at the same time, man, like you don't want to have that out in public, man. Let's just say, you know, I'm not being racist or anything like that, but let's just say you live in the hood, right? And then you're playing that shit, and fucking somebody steals that from you. You know what I mean? And take your phone and shit because you have it out. Wait, who the fuck was that? Some. Oh, Alex, dude, I'm on a podcast right now. Fuck, nigga. Oh, oops, fuck! I didn't mean to say that. Oh shit. Oops, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to say that. Fuck. Hey, Alex, I'll talk to you in a minute, alright? My bad. Alright. Sorry about that. Oh my god,
That
I
went
can't.
well.
Yeah, that fucking.
This is
That's
just for
slick.
explaining. This is our second podcast. We're going to get better. Sorry about that.
I do not share the views and the opinions of Gamer Despair.
No, no, dude. Honestly, it's because you know we talk to each other like that. You know what I mean? That slipped out, dude. Because we talk to each other like that. You know, me.
It's all
Grown
good.
up.
Let's
We know
let's
each
stick
other.
to the topic.
Yeah. Okay, let's just switch it up.
Let's stick to the topic.
Fable,
Let's stick
Fable.
to the topic.
Fable,
Yeah.
Fable.
Okay,
Imagine this.
so Fable, anytime soon. The story is not written. There's no script. So let's talk about that.
So,
Well, if it's
Fable-
true, you're gone. Go ahead.
No, go ahead then.
Omar.
I will go after you.
No, I was gonna say, bro, that if it's true that they haven't written a script, then we're still a few years out, right? I would have thought to myself that in terms of the gameplay and the mechanics and the overall world, that's obviously, you know, well into development, especially the gameplay mechanics and everything, the animations. But as far as storytelling and everything like that, and the script, yeah, obviously that may not be ready. But
Yeah.
as far as everything else, I believe, you know, they could be like midway through.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, we're looking at an open world RPG here, right? It's going to be a Western open world RPG probably using Unreal Engine 5 or something like that. And
Oh,
Playground
yeah,
have
I
got a
don't
great
know anything.
Playground games have got a good reputation, right? They always had. Look at their Forza games, right? 90 on Metacritic. Their last two Forza games got 90 Metacritic scores, bro. You know, that's a pretty big deal. You know, there's this this notion going around. You know, people seem to think that Xbox don't have any 90 Metacritic games, but you know, they had Ori and the Blind Forest. I mean, not Ori and the Blind, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That was actually a 90 on Metacritic. That's a 90 Metacritic game, and plus Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Horizon 4 were both 92 and 90 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
So obviously, because of that pedigree and that pedigree alone, I believe Fable would end up being a quality game. Like visually, it's gonna look beautiful.
Oh, hold on. By the way,
like I said, story-wise, okay, they might be going through, you know, a little rough patch. Maybe COVID has the part to play in it, and hey, they might not have the script ready, but you know, I'm pretty sure that the game's gonna do great. I never expected that game to be available at launch. I never did. We knew that.
It's not on launch, but
Gotcha.
it is
Hold on,
literally...
hold on, one sec. Before you guys go, hey Jared, my bad. I wanted to apologize for that when I made that remark. He's my Hispanic friend. I'm Hispanic too, and you know we talk to each other like that. Sorry about that, man. No,
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead, man. You guys go.
Okay, my mission is not that I expected it at launch. No, it's like this Fable have been getting worked on for years now. These came from Lionhead when they disassembled what's the hell?
You do know that 2 years ago they made Forza Horizon 4, right?
Yeah, but
Sorry,
still,
last year. My
team.
bad. Last year. We're talking 2019. They made Forza Horizon 4.
So they just started on
Or the year before.
Fable then?
I believe they might have started on Fable like sometime last year or late 2018.
So then this is literally 24-25 game.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say possibly 2022, like spring
But let me
2022.
ask you this then, just from this thinking alone, if your game doesn't have any script ready yet, it doesn't have any script, by not having script means it doesn't have any music ready, because you need script to know what for music you're going to be implementing. For example, if a character dies, you need to know that a character dies, so you need to know the music you're going to play for that character on his death. Like, it really seems the game is in its early stages. And
Well, obviously
normally,
it is because all we saw was a CG trailer. That's all we saw.
Yeah,
So obviously they got
but-
no gameplay ready.
But not only that, this is also, we're living in a COVID situation. So everything that we think is taking long is going to take even longer because of COVID. So that's why I
Oh, by
said
the way, I just
24-25.
had a look. I just had a look on Playground Games. Apparently, they do have another team. So they have two separate teams.
Yeah.
So you
I
had the
thought
guys
so.
that work. You had the guys that work on Forza Horizon, but then also there were a bunch of people also working on Fable.
That
So I
came
don't know
from
how, but I don't know, but we
Lionhead.
don't know. Yeah, but I don't. No, not all of them. Not all of them are from Lionhead. Some of them maybe, but not all of them.
Alright.
Playground are very. I have confidence in Playground. I have faith in them. You know, they got a great reputation, like I mentioned. 90 Metacritic studio. They're top tier developers. I'm pretty sure they'll deliver a great Fable game. And I believe what they're gonna do, they're gonna follow the Horizon Zero Dawn blueprint when it comes down to the whole RPG thing. They're gonna follow that blueprint, and you know, who knows? It may end up being a console seller.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I could agree to that. You know, I mean, oh crap, I lost my train of thought. You know
One
what?
thing's for sure, though. One thing's for sure. It'll definitely look better than Halo Infinite. That I could guarantee.
Anything looks better than Halo Infinite.
Hold on.
God of Tsushima, Infamous Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, all these games look better than Halo Infinite.
Spider-Man.
Now,
all
I
that.
do have something to say that...
I was actually gonna ask you, Quinn B. I was gonna ask you,
brought-
Quinn B. Take your take on it. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Go for your take.
it was actually brought to my attention, and it does make sense. How big the game is, but of course, things like Ghost of Tsushima, but this is a multiplayer game. You're talking about Halo, and how big that map is, how big it is. They told me, which kind of makes sense, that they're gonna have to sacrifice something, and in this case, they did sacrifice the graphics. But I don't know, with this next gen and all of this technology that we have now, how is the graphics that bad?
Okay, so I need to add on to that one last thing.
You know what? Hold on, Omar. Let me go
I
real
thought
quick.
I thought you were going to talk about Fable for a second.
Yeah, I was talking about Fable.
Let me go real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Omar. All right.
I had to
Okay,
leave, and then I came back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but the thing is with Halo Infinite, is they didn't sacrifice graphics, they sacrificed world building. The rumor was that Halo Infinite was supposed to be entire map you can roam around and fly in a plane with and other vehicles. They sacrificed that for a smaller map because it is now on 2 devices. I mean multiple devices and not just next gen. Next gen Halo would have been way more amazing, but they opted not to go with that, and this is the thing. This is leadership 101. This is at the core of the leadership. That's why I don't have any trust in any of Microsoft Studios, because of its leadership. It's not the developers. It's the leadership. When you have a leadership that is willing to put their flagship title for the world to see and let it become a meme, then there is simply no leadership.
Hey, hold on. One sec. I'm gonna throw this out. There's a dude in the chat, Jared. He said, "Oh my freaking god, Queen freaking B. I'm a huge fan."
Aww. Love you.
Yeah, she is a cool girl.
Shout
Love
go
you too,
ahead.
my
Sorry.
man.
Sorry. Go ahead, Omar.
No, I was done.
Oh, you were done. Okay, gotcha.
No. All I was saying is that I believe they can bounce back and they'll go back to the drawing board and they will get it right. And it's great that they delay a game.
1 sec.
You can't just bash one side and not the other when it comes down to delays. Like, it doesn't work that way.
No, but my
Everyone
issue is
delays
not the
games.
delays.
And no, I'm not
But
talking
my
about
issue is
you.
never
I'm talking about people all over Twitter
Oh,
right now.
people
They're
in
trying to
general.
make fun.
Oh,
People are trying to
oh.
make fun. People are being petty
Oh.
and shit, right?
They
being petty.
always do that on both
They're
sides.
getting so bad.
Yeah, they're just being like over the top, petty.
Every
I believe.
every fandom have its own it's like every fandom
I
has its good
know.
side,
They all have their weird cults.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, they have their little cult. But I believe they'll bounce back and they'll be fine. Just take your time, and whenever you feel like it's ready and it's polished to that certain quality, that like that Nintendo seal of approval or seal of quality, then bring it out and surprise the world. Make Craig look amazing. Give him a facelift, and everything will be all right. I'm not even trying to be funny though. I'm being serious. Like, just give him a facelift, make him look more realistic, make him look, you know, more gritty.
Yeah, make him
Don't
have
make him look
eyebrows.
Yeah, just
Okay,
do that.
enough. No more
Yeah.
Queen Bee on this podcast anymore.
Yeah, but going back to it, you know, Fable's gonna do fine. I have no I have no reason to worry about Playground games. Fable's gonna be fine, and Halo's gonna be fine too. I just say take your time. That's all I have to say. Last of Us 2. You know something? I enjoyed it. Great gameplay, beautiful graphics. Story, I would have changed. Story, I would story, I would have changed one or two things. But other than that, yeah, it was a good quality game. The overall package was amazing. Too bad he never had multiplayer.
Don't believe the leak. Don't believe the leak. The leaks is not everything. Oh, okay.
Wait, who is this?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga. No, I mean, oh shit, fuck, I said it again.
It's
Alright,
Alex.
oh no, who is this? Oh, Alex, motherfucker. You were still here the whole time? Yeah, we're on a podcast, fool. Nah, no, they can hear you.
But they hear us talking
No, I
to
can
someone,
hear
man.
you, but I don't know about the people watching the stream. I don't know if they can hear him. I think he
If
meant
they
that.
can, if they can't hear him, then they're hearing us talking to ourselves. And so,
Hey,
in what way,
hey, hold
Alex,
on.
can you
Hey,
please
hold
leave?
on. Jerry from the the stream he's watching, he said Craig looks like MS paid and made him with a stack of food stamps instead of actual current ones. Dude, I can't hear. He sounds like him talking from a tin can. Jesus Christ. Craig.
Out of curiosity, why is his name Craig?
No,
Why is his name Craig?
I have no idea. Yeah, Craig from Halo Infinite. Oh, sorry guys, my phone is like buzzing right now. But yeah, that's what he said. I found that hilarious. I just saw it randomly. I was looking to my right side. Hey, what's up, Death Follow? Okay. Well, we pretty much. Wait, what topic are we covering now? Because I think that's all I had. Unless you guys have something else you guys want to talk about.
Oh no, that's it, man. Like, as far as
Okay,
topics
so
go.
what I can say is this: there was a leak or a rumor that Halo Infinite multiplayer
God.
and not single player is not ready for 2020, and people tracked that.
We'll find out for sure at the next Xbox event, which is later this month, on the multiplayer and where we stand with that. But as far as we know, the campaign is getting delayed.
You know what? Hold on.
Understandably so.
Hold on. Somebody, Mr. Righteous Fish, he asked, did y'all cover no launch games? Launch games on, I don't know if he's referring to PlayStation or Xbox. I'm not sure.
I wanna go over Xbox.
Okay, go.
launches.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
We could go over both on both.
On both, yeah, we can cover that. On Xbox, Mr. Righteous Fish was asking if we covered launch games on Xbox.
Chris Writers?
I mean, what really? Let's think about it for a second.
We haven't really
like,
cut,
what?
we never really went deep with that as far as the launch goes. We haven't really covered that properly.
Yeah, we haven't
So, yeah,
covered
I'll-
that.
What games are on the table for Xbox? Is there anything that
A
you
few
know
indies.
what you think would be actually worth playing, or maybe actually good?
Well, like
Nothing.
must-haves. They don't really have a must-have at the moment. That could change obviously by the August event, but at the moment, with the way things stand, there is no must-have, AAA banger. There is no true real reason to go out and buy the console at the moment.
Yeah, because
Now that
I-
just feels I mean, I'm
Ivan,
not an Xbox
check your
person,
DM.
obviously.
No, go ahead, Q. Go B. Go ahead.
But like I said, I'm not an Xbox person, but if that was PlayStation and I was looking from afar, Xbox having all of these exclusives and all of these games, and here I am, we're gonna be waiting like a year or two for any other game to come out besides, like let's say God of War was gonna get pushed back for like 2-3 years at a time from this point without no games, no exclusives, not even Godfall. Like, I would be pretty jealous. I'd be pretty angry, and I'd be like, what the fuck?
Hold on, give me one sec. Hold on, Omar. Before you go, Mr. Righteous, yeah, we didn't cover that topic because at the same time we're still unsure of what's going to be launch titles on either platform. So
we're gonna know as far as launch titles. I think Xbox is gonna pretty much be concrete about it during their next show. So from that point on,
hopefully,
whatever they show, that's gonna be concrete, including price, pre-orders, launch lineup, all of that stuff. And obviously, PlayStation are gonna, PlayStation are gonna be doing their own event as well.
Yeah.
During, before, or even after Xbox's event. It could be either one of the three.
Mr. Righteous asked Spider-Man will be at least, I think. I mean, that's a possibility that Spider-Man, because, it's a standalone game. So I don't think there would be much development to it, but I'm pretty sure that, Spider-Man will be possibly console exclusive. Day one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I believe that's a launch.
Thing.
That's a PS5 launch game.
It is a PS5 launch game. Also, I have the hunch, and this is just a hunch. First off, Ivan, check your DM. Second,
Okay.
I have a hunch that Ratchet is going to be released either day one with the PlayStation 5 or a few weeks, months later.
Probably spring 2021. Spring 2021, that's what I'm guessing.
Something like that, yeah. And also,
because there's no way, it will make no sense for Insomniac to release both of their games at the same time.
But there is a rumor of them working on a third game, which is Spider-Man 2.
Yes, they are working on Spider-Man 2. But I'm also hoping they'll bring Sunset Overdrive 2 as well. That would be amazing.
Really? I played that game.
Yeah.
It's nothing special.
I like it. I disagree. I believe it's a cool game.
Okay.
I like the boss fight.
Okay, so Deathfollow ended up sorry to cut you off, Omar. I didn't mean to cut you off. Deathfollow says, have a prediction on next-gen console price. Okay, let's hear it. And then Mr. Righteous says, I think it's a launch game. I'm pretty sure he's referring to Spider-Man game. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a launch game.
Well, Spider-Man is a launch game.
Yeah, and then Jared says standalone DLC. But can you compare a DLC to a standalone? Is that the same thing? No, it's not,
DLC.
right?
I don't understand.
Would you class Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as DLC?
No. It's a standalone, bro.
It went from a DLC to a standalone game because they realized how much big the game was going to be. So then at some point it stopped being a DLC and started to become its own game.
Yeah, definitely agree.
In my opinion, remember Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds?
Yeah.
That could have potentially been a full game.
Yeah, a whole DLC.
A standalone game.
I mean, a standalone. Yeah, you're right. A standalone.
They could have sold it as a separate game if they really wanted to, but they didn't, which I was kind of disappointed by. But go on.
Yeah.
In order to do that, they should have made it bigger then, because you can't get away with 5-6 hour DLC gameplay. You need to have a good story. And one thing I will say about Horizon Zero Dawn, they created the DLC after they were done with the game and after people were spamming the fuck out of them, begging them.
I actually heard the Frozen Wilds, you could get at least good 8 hours out of it. That's what I heard.
I never played it, but I still need to play it.
Well, I know you're playing, Jared. Don't worry about it. You cool. Don't worry about it.
I'm definitely going to play it.
Even with 8 odd hours, they wouldn't have to charge full price for it. They could have just done like $29.99, and they're just starting a long game. People would have bought it regardless, because they actually love the original base game.
Oh, Queen Bee, I thought you left.
No, I'm here.
You got any thoughts or what?
Answering
what,
questions in the
$10
chat.
or
That's
something?
what it is. No, not $10, man. Come on, they're worth more than that, bro.
How much did they sell it for?
I said $29.99.
No, I asked how much did they sell it for?
The Frozen Wilds, I'm not too sure actually. I believe it was.
I said $10 or 12.
I think it was $14.99 or $19.99, one or the other. Yeah. $20 maybe.
All right,
For how long of the gameplay?
About 8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah, like as far as getting like 100% or whatever, if there is collectibles, that may be an hour or two extra. So maybe 100%, maybe 10 hours.
My man over here, Righteous Fish said, "Real talk, I would buy Ghost of Tsushima again full price on the PS5." Man, my dude.
I would.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would do that. Like they're kind of
No. I think it would. You know what? Like when The Last of Us came out on PS4, it was priced at $40, I think. So you know, I wouldn't see.
But with this one, what's called? Mark Cerny already confirmed that this game, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2, and Final Fantasy VII Remake are all cross-gen. So you're going to be able to play them on next gen for free with
you'll probably get PS5 enhancements where you get 4K 60, you know, high res textures.
Hold on 1 sec. Hey, Deathfellow, GOT is Ghost of Tsushima. All right, go ahead, Ray.
And you probably get faster load times as well with these last generation games.
I mean,
no texture pop-ins.
This literally loads within 3 to 5 seconds. How faster do you want it to be?
No, but it'll be even faster. It'll be half a second maybe.
I mean,
but the point I'm making, my point being is that you won't get no. Stop getting excited now. My point being is, you get no texture pop-ins. Could you imagine that? No texture pop-ins.
Yeah.
Like incredible draw distance, beautiful vistas, high res everything. Like all details, and they could improve the lighting.
Yeah,
you could perhaps have ray tracing in there.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because especially with the Unreal 5 engine demo.
Tracing? A la Halo Infinite?
Oh boy, we're going back to that again.
Hey, it is DLC ray tracing. They said it themselves. But continue. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, but no, going back to it, some of these current gen games, like Ghost of Tsushima, if they re-released it on PS5, I'll probably buy it. If they release Spider-Man, if they release God of War on PS5, I'd buy it. Even Spider-Man.
Yes.
But would you buy it full price, or would you want them to sell it? Because here is the thing. With
I wouldn't buy it for full
Xbox,
price. I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah, but the thing is with Xbox having smart quote-unquote smart delivery.
Yeah.
And backward compatibility, that would put PlayStation in a very bad moment if they would to sell these games again.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, by the way,
but that's why I said I wouldn't buy it at full price.
Oh, hold on.
If it was like,
by the way,
$15-20, I'd buy it.
Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Jared, yeah, Kina is definitely a day one, man. I would definitely check that out. Yeah, it's day one.
Kena is amazing.
And then Mr. Righteous
you talking
Fish
about Kena Bridge of Spirits?
No, it was somebody
Kena
in the
Bridge
chat.
Of Spirits is that's a day one for me.
Yeah, and Mr.
That's what
Righteous
they
Fish
want,
says Halo Infinite looks like it was made on a scientific calculator. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what you guys want to think about that, but you guys could go on, ramble on.
The T90 the T90 calculator.
The T90 calculator
Scientific
from back in school. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god. You know what? Hold on. If you guys want to keep throwing on your opinions, do it real quick, and then we'll end the show in like a few minutes. So if you guys got some final thoughts on whatever we were talking about.
People asked about price.
Oh, you want to talk?
opinion.
You want to talk
What
about
we
you?
would think.
Hold on. You want to talk about the price of the consoles and stuff like that, or?
They
Yes,
asked for
I
it,
do.
right?
Yeah.
They asked for.
Yeah, go on. Let
what
Queen
are-
Bee go first. Let Queen Bee go. What do you think
Go
the price is
ahead.
gonna be, Queen?
For the PlayStation, oh god, it's kind of hard only because I know they're waiting for Xbox. You just know they're waiting for
That's-
Xbox. I think the price is going to be around $4.99.
And
PS5.
for the discrete version or the disc version?
I want $4.99 for the disc and $3.99 for digital.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
That
around
sounds
that
realistic.
ballpark. I believe between 450 and 500 for the disc version, and 100 less for the other one.
Alright, I believe that the disc version is gonna be $3.99 and the all digital edition is gonna be $3.50.
Really?
Are
Yeah.
you crazy? Would they
No, I'm
really
not.
do that?
Bro, I'm not
Would
here to
they
debate
really
you.
do
That
that?
is a prediction. It's not a debate. That's how I feel. If they wanna undercut Xbox, they're gonna have to come up with a decent price.
But Xbox want to undercut them, so
Yeah, if they both want to undercut each other, that is good for us, the consumer. Don't you get it?
I'm so tired with this whole cat and mouse game. It's like
None of them are budging at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Because one of them want to undercut the other, and
I don't-
one of them wants to look like the white knight of gaming. They want to look like the good guys. The hey, we're
But I don't
cheaper, we're more
understand.
powerful, and all that stuff.
But I don't understand why exactly what is Sony exactly afraid of. We clearly can see they have the better lineup. They have the better how should I say, their SSD is far better than Xbox. It's like, what are you afraid of? You have the better games, opinionated, but still you have the better developers. That's not opinionated, that's a fact. So what are you so afraid
See,
of?
everything you mention is all subjective. It's still opinion. Like nothing is a fact. If you prefer Sony developers, then that's an opinion I respect because I share that same opinion. But not everyone shares the same opinion, you know, and that's what we have to understand.
Sony developers in the term of putting out quality games that have almost no bugs, polished and everything. In that sense,
Or they're already proven that you know they're
that's
among
what I
the
was
elite.
talking about.
They're among the elite. But just outright saying, "Oh, they're
Exactly.
better than them," it's not something I would want to say personally. But okay, you know, you do you.
You know, I think, like, personally, when I take on that take, when it comes to the pricing, I think the PlayStation 5 is going to be a little more costly price to produce, but they may have a good price for it. It could be up to, like, 500 maybe.
Yeah.
The digital version of it could be probably $100 cheaper because it doesn't have the disc drive in it. As far as Xbox, I have no comment on that. I'm not sure how they're doing it. The only reason
Well,
I'm
apparently
thinking
they have the Lockhart as well, right? So they also have a cheaper version of the next gen console, which is the Xbox Series S.
Yeah,
which
but
the
the thing
controller
is,
was already leaked.
yeah, the thing is that we get leaks and stuff like that. But how do we believe these leaks anyways to begin with?
No, no, no,
Like
no,
for
no.
instance,
No,
because like what I'm
it's
trying.
already within the game.
This is legit.
This is real. Yeah,
This
it
is
was
real.
the Lockhart was within some of the game codes, right? You know, like the game code, like Lockhart was actually in there. So yeah, there is
Not
definitely
only-
a Lockhart.
Not only that, one of the Xbox guy, I'm not going to name names, actually bought the next-gen controller. He already bought one, and it's already stated Series S on the box. So that's
And
not
X.
just a rumor. That's no Series S.
No, but it also says S and X. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
it says on
okay,
the
yeah.
box.
Hold on, one sec. 1 minute, 1 minute. Deathflow, Deathfellow says PS5 disc version is gonna be $500. I could agree to that. And then Mr. Righteous Fish says I don't see Xbox selling much, even if a lower price. I mean,
Okay.
I can agree to that. I mean, but at the same time, it's kind of hard being, on the Xbox side sometimes. Like, to be honest with you, I think Xbox, they have a great product. I'm not going to be the type of person that says, negative things about Xbox. It's just X bots, you know what I mean, that spread misinformation.
Right.
But
They
even
have bad leadership.
exactly, yeah, it's like David Jappy said. David
It
Jappy
doesn't
ended up
matter. See,
saying,
you're talking about the politics. I'm talking about the product. The console itself is great. It's a great piece of machinery.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
All right.
No one denies
But
that.
what your thing is, the people running the division. There's an
Yeah.
issue there with
Yeah.
the leadership.
Yes.
The politics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, just keep it as that. Like, we can't be saying,
mean, you
the
know-
Xbox Series X is
No, no,
this,
no,
that.
no,
You know,
no.
we can't
No
be
one
saying
said
that.
that Xbox Series X is a bad console. No one said that. He just said that Series X is a great console.
Well,
It's
one thing we've got to come to terms with is that they are the more powerful system, and that can't ever change. Now, when it comes to mid-gen refresh, now that could be a completely different story.
I don't know.
Like the PS4 and the
So,
PS4
I'm
Pro,
hearing
maybe a
different
PS5
things.
Pro.
I mean, I can agree that, okay, maybe Microsoft, Xbox, whatever, I fully believe they're just taking everything into a different direction. I don't think they're gonna be mainly all about games and everything. I believe they're just broadening all of their stuff, which is kind of cool. Like all of their apps and everything that they're able to put into their system. I'm a little jelly of that. I would love to have apps on my PlayStation, but we're only limited.
And the
as
fact that
for-
they want to put it onto your phone as well, right? Like xCloud or whatever.
yeah.
See, I would wish that I wish that I had access to PlayStation Now on my phone. I'll definitely subscribe.
Right, exactly.
I hope Sony have some kind of solution to counter xCloud, where they have their own service that runs on phones.
So,
In all
the rumor
honesty,
is-
though, hold on, Omar. Sorry, real quick. In all honesty, though, I don't care for XCloud. To be honest with you, it really
No,
means
You don't
nothing
have
to
to.
me.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it-
care for you either.
Or hey, like
and
I would
the
be,
rumor
I would
is
be jealous.
PlayStation. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Like, hey, I would be jealous if, like, look, you know how the PlayStation 3 days we were able to have camera.
hmm
What happened to that when going to the PlayStation 4? I'm like, what if I want to be face to face, cam with like my friends, and it's like that's not happening.
Well,
Will it happen on PlayStation 5 or like you know how Xbox has like what? I think they have Skype. Do they have Skype on their fucking thing?
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do.
know.
They have it.
Skype is
Like
dead.
that's amazing.
So-
I want fucking Skype on
Then-
my PlayStation.
They own the thing is they own the app apparently. Like they own Skype
I know
as
exactly.
a
And
brand.
Skype is dead.
Hey.
What I
It's Zoom now. We're zooming, all of us.
I
Everyone's
have
about
never
a
even
Zoom life
tried
now.
Zoom. I have never even. I don't even know what Zoom
I,
is.
I actually use Zoom for work. Like that's what I use all the time for meetings and everything. Because of COVID-19, we're using Zoom.
It's all about Zoom now.
So
PlayStation, get your shit straight. We need Zoom on this. I'm just kidding.
So here is the thing. I have different things. Yes, on paper, Xbox console is more powerful, but practical. And so, okay, we leave it at that.
Alright, okay, anyway, so Mr. Righteous Fish says it needs quality games. Power doesn't mean anything if you show it off. I look at this gen. If you can't show this next gen.
If there's one thing, here's the thing, let me finish this, right? If there's one thing this generation has taught me, it's taught me that power doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, the people that are doing the crafting behind the art, that means everything. And if you have people that are good at doing that, you're going to get a quality product. The teraflops ain't going to make all the difference.
Do you believe that next gen is going to be different?
I believe, okay, so like I know you're asking Iron Wolf for that question, but for me personally, I think next gen is going to be different. And the thing is that we're going to have you know, people like Digital Foundry, and they're going to expose a lot of stuff and flaws and stuff like from the different consoles and stuff like that, because it's inevitable. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. And the thing is that I see the PS5 as becoming more of evolutionary console, just because of the whole architecture system that it's built differently on. And I've watched videos like, you know, people like Cortex and stuff like that, and, you know, different true, real, you know, tech guys and stuff like that. It's going to be different this next gen, and I think that PS5 is going to be ahead of the curve, even including PC.
Yeah, it's PC is already the lowest common denominator.
Denominator, yeah.
That have never happened that have not happened for a very, very long time. So it's going to be interesting just how much money people are going to need to put to be able to combat the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, okay. The ultimate winner here is games. Bangers.
Exactly.
Right? That's the ultimate winner here.
Exactly. Alright, you know what, guys?
Because talking about hardware gets boring. You know, we don't play hardware, we play bangers. That's what
yeah, definitely. But you know what? I guess we've been talking for a long time. You know, maybe we could cut it.
Completely.
Unless you got something, you know, unless you guys have something else to talk about.
No, I agree with you.
Alright then. Okay, alright. This is Gaming Despair. You can follow me at Gaming Despair on Twitter. Or wrong_path on PSN. Okay.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button. Yeah.
If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button, subscribe, and also share it out.
Mr. Righteous is like, you need to go find some ass to eat homie.
Yeah, follow Karaba, follow me, follow Queen B and Gaming Despair.
Hold on.
Follow our Twitter accounts.
Hold on.
Everyone's gonna come for you.
Hold on. Alright, so, Ray, where can we follow you at?
You could follow me on Twitter at Remote Play Ninja. You could, you know, check out my YouTube channel, which is just called Remote Play, where I do reviews and everything. You could check out my site where I review video games. You could add me on PSN, which is Remote-Play. And yeah, I love collecting trophies. I love collecting platinums in my spare time. And yeah, I like talking. I like interacting with people, just talking about video games and cracking jokes and shit. You know, so yeah, if you're a Vita fan, definitely follow me, man. I love the PS Vita.
Yeah, definitely. My guy right here.
Can I
my
say one
guy right
thing
here.
about the Vita?
Go ahead.
So I heard these rumors, and I'm curious about your opinion. That no, it's a fun rumor that PlayStation left the handheld market for Nintendo to thrive in. Do you think that rumor would be true?
No, that's bullshit.
Okay.
He's like, okay.
They left that because they left that because they wanted VR. That's why.
Alright, okay. Alright, my dude, another special guest, Omar, aka also known as Karaba. Hey, where can we follow you, man?
You can find me at Karaba_Chab on Twitter and Karaba_1978 on my PlayStation account. Oh no, without Karaba1978 without the underscore. What?
Oh. Hey, hold on. Hey,
Are you guys okay? Do I need to call a doctor?
No. Before we end
we're waiting for Queen
chat
Bee to plug in her stuff.
Yeah, hold on, Queen Bee. Jared asked the question. He said, first, Queen Bee, how you like Craig video I sent you for your birthday?
Oh,
and then,
ooh la la.
Oh my god, I loved it so much. I had to retweet it. It was,
No,
oh my god.
And then,
what video are you talking about?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. We will see it.
And then,
It's retweeted, guys. Oh my god, I love the video.
Definitely check it out. And then there's Mr. Regis. I asked the stripper if I could play my Vita on her left butt cheek. She said how much? What the fuck? But that was random.
What the fuck? Okay.
And hold on.
Wait, on my butt cheek? What?
I asked no. He said I asked if a stripper could play my Vita on her left butt cheek. She said no. How much? Jared said, man, I wish I could collect the platinums. Working takes too much time off my hands and can't gain much.
Agreed.
You could, Jared, you could basically, just put a little time on your hands and stuff like that, and I mean, only 2 to 3 hours a day, it's fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to dedicate yourself to like 8 hours or anything like that. Some people think that, collecting trophies or platinums in general, that you have to really put so much time into it, but it's not really like that. Okay, so anyways, my last...
yeah, Queen, where can I find you so I can look at the video?
Alright, yeah, I'll add you. Alright, so...
Talk about that after the show.
Yeah.
Let her plug in her channel,
her
Twitch, her Twitter,
Yeah, so...
her Instagram, her this, her that,
Yeah, her OnlyFans and shit. Alright, yeah. Okay, so...
yeah, boy. Click that link.
Jared said, I want to be collecting legend like you, Mr. No, dude, like, hold on. Give me 1 second before I, put the mic on Queen Bee. It's,
Put the
when
mic
it comes
on her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I want to, hold on. When it comes to collecting trophies, it's not so bad, man. You just gotta take your time on it, and that's it. I'm not a legend, bro. You know what I mean? I know I do have 110 platinums, but you can get to there, bro. You can get to there, and then just take your time. That's all it is, man, brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to think that you need to spend so much time on your console and stuff like that. Just spend a little couple hours in a day, and you'll be fine, man. You'll get as many platinums as you can. Also, do research on what games you can platinum fast, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of pages where you and there's a lot of pages where you can follow, like PlayStation profiles, where you can check out the trophy guide, like to see how you can get the trophies. You'll get there, man. Don't worry about it, man. All right, okay. So special guest, Bottom Heels, Red Bottom Heels. Alright, where can we follow you and your OnlyFans and sex pages and all that shit? Like, nah, just kidding. No, but go.
You'll find me on Pornhub and fucking RedTube.
OnlyFans, right?
All that shit, all that good shit. You know where to find me.
No, go ahead. No, I'm being serious. Like, where can we find you?
You search Red Bottom.
Red Bottom Heels.
Just kidding. No, you guys can find me on Twitter, which is Queen Freaking Bee. And And you can also join my Discord using my Twitter. I have a little link that leads me into my PlayStation, which is Red Bottom Heels. I also have Instagram, which is Queen Freaking Bee. All of it is pretty much Queen Freaking Bee, except for my PlayStation, which is Red Bottom Heels. Because I love red bottoms.
Alright,
Love
okay.
heels.
What's
What
up?
the?
I say, and you love heels as well. Like
I
high
do.
Heels.
I love all heels. I love heels. I've been wearing heels since I was a teenager.
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah?
Okay, enough talking about porn. Can we move on?
Hey, yo, hold on. Before I leave, Jared ended up saying. Hey, I'm gonna end it after this. But Jared ended up saying red bottom more like red ring, like most Xbox get from Phil Spencer.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
I'm
Queen, I
gonna.
was joking. Huh?
Alright, I'm gonna cancel it. Hold on. I mean, I'm gonna end the show. Right, let me do this shit. Hold on, I'm gonna